All right, everybody, a splendid Sunday afternoon to you, December the 8th, 2024. This is the 1 year anniversary of the final beach trip of 2023. In case you're wondering what today's anniversary is, also the 44th anniversary of the Mark David Chapman John Lennon incident in New York City, the tragedy. I hope everyone's had a great Sunday. I know it's very cold wherever you are. And today we have a slate of National Football League games. We have the first 12-1 team of the Detroit Lions on Thursday night, a huge game. That was Peter's game of the week for Week 14. Huge stakes going into that game, and I did say that I picked the Lions. I didn't put a lot of points on them, but I felt like it would be a pretty high-scoring game, but that the Lions would be able to pull it out in the end and win. And sure enough, they did it, and they won 34-31. This puts the Pack in a little bit of a hole going forward. The importance of that 7 seed versus the 6 seed, I talked about it on Monday. If you are the 7th seed in the NFC, you are going to have to play Philadelphia or Detroit. After those two, it's a significant drop off, because you would be playing, if you're the 6th seed, that means you're playing a much easier team on paper, like you would be playing it happens, guys. Sometimes you just have one of those moments. Peter's just had one of those moments. So if you're the 6th seed, you're going to be playing what I believe is going to be the NFC West winner. So you're looking at Seattle, Arizona. I mean, any one of those 4 teams could be the division winner. If it's the Niners, then it could be the Niners. It could be the 4th seed. But if you're that 6th seed, it's easier to go play Seattle or say the Rams than it is to play one of those 2 juggernauts, the Eagles or the Lions. If you are the 5th seed, you've got most likely the NFC South winner. I just think it's the worst division in the NFL, and you're looking at playing the Falcons, Buccaneers, most likely. Okay, so in the case of the Packers, that game, I still think the Packers are going to be 5 or 6 in the wild card. But if they do fall to 7, it's not as bad for them if they have to play, say, if they have to play the Lions. If they drop to 7 and the Lions are the 2, then they would welcome that matchup. They've played them twice. They would be fine with playing them a 3rd time. So I really do think that the Packers will be cool with playing the sorry about that, the Lions again. I mean, they played them close in the 2nd game, and a 3rd matchup is anybody's guess. So, all right, let's get to the 1 o'clock game. So that take a little long there, Duck, because Duck was upset last week about me stalling on the picks. So maybe I'm not going fast enough for Duck. Should I go quicker? Got convenience, Duck. Hey, Duck. 1 o'clockers. We got Cleveland at Pittsburgh. Okay. Big game here for Pittsburgh. The Steelers cannot give the Ravens life. Okay, this would not be a good thing for the Steelers to drop this game, because it would give the Ravens, who have a bye week, life. It would have that. It would be just a 1-game separation between the two, and at this point, the Ravens do have the tiebreaker. And they'd be licking the chops for that 2020, for that December 21st matchup in Pittsburgh. It's going to be a big one in a couple weeks. All right. So we got this game. It looks like we're going to have the Pittsburgh defense stepping up big, and I believe that it's going to be a Winston turnover game. Pittsburgh wins. Cleveland will not be the spoiler of this game. Pittsburgh keeps it going, and they will win this game. All right, so I got Pittsburgh winning in the 1 o'clock. Another 1 o'clocker. We got the New Orleans Saints at New York Giants. The question is, do the Giants even want to win this game? The organization doesn't. The players do. New Orleans does want to win this game because they are... Can they be the 4th seed here? Can they win the division? Why not? They'd have to win out, get to 9-8, hope for a little help there, but New Orleans still mathematically in this thing. And I think in this game you're going to have Marquez Valdes-Scantling with 100 yards receiving. I think you're going to have rookie cornerback from Alabama, Kool-Aid McKinstry will have his first career interception. And I think we also will see we will see DeVito in this game. I said last week that I think Drew Lock is good. I take that back. He sucks. So we got a 10-point win for the Saints in this game. Saints go to 5-8, kind of, stay in it, make it interesting. And, they got next week, they win this week against the Giants. They got another home game next week. It's the Chase Young revenge game. They can definitely win that one, get to 6-8. The toughest game left on their schedule is against the Packers. That's a Monday night game, December 23rd, which, by the way, that will be a headliner game to have on your TV Monday, December 23rd. That is the annual Wire Club Trivia NFL Room Christmas and John D. birthday party. All right, so mark that on your calendars. Packers, Saints. All right, so C-Town, you better be there that night. All right, New Orleans wins this game. Next, we got an AFC East matchup. Oh, looky here, Jets at Dolphins. So, where we have a victory pizza game for the Jets. Well, we have the Jets. This is going to be the good Dolphins team at home against a bad team. Dolphins play well against bad teams. They play well at home. What a difference a week makes. Last week, Mike McDaniels was seen on national television at Lambeau, shivering with a little cute little dolphin stocking cap, shivering like this. The cameras panned down to his testicles, which were tiny little nuts in that game. He did. These tiny balls for Mike McDaniel in that game. But here he's going to be nice and feeling good and nice and warm. And so we're going to have the Miami Dolphins get to 6-7. All right, so Dolphins, after that 7th seed in the current playoff picture in the AFC, there's quite a drop-off. You have like Miami and Indianapolis, which is idle this week, both with like 7 lost teams. So you have a heck of a drop-off of like bubble teams. Miami is one of these bubble teams. They really need a lot of help to get there. They're not going to do it, but they're going to stay alive and get to 6-7 with a win over the pathetic New York Jets. NY, man. All right, let's go to another game with some even worse teams. Jacksonville at Tennessee. Have I mentioned how much I hate these AFC South games? I cannot stand these games because outside of the Colts, you always get these like expansion teams. So I'm just not a big fan of these games here. Jacksonville at Tennessee. I guarantee you, if Tennessee had retained Mike Vrabel, they'd be much better this year with the team. I think that guy's going to get a coaching gig, head coaching gig again next year, and he's going to really do some team a lot. He's going to really help a team a lot. I think that guy's a solid coach. All right, so we have Mac Jones is a steady backup for the Jaguars after the inexcusable hit last week on Lawrence, who's out for the year now. No reason to put him back on the field. Mac Jones, pretty steady backup. I like the Titans' defense. It's really good, and also like Will Levis is a player that is he gonna like get you to the promised land? No, but he's a real gamer. He's a real baller. He did some things last week that really impressed me in that game. I mean, I know he makes mistakes, but he's a guy who really does ball out. I also like just for the future, the Titans' offensive line has been brutal, but they do have a real bright spot in rookie left tackle Latham out of Alabama. He's really looking good. He's only 21 years old, so Titans get Pollard going in this game and play that defense, play that D, and the Titans are going to win this game. I always pick the home game in these goofy AFC South games. Titans get the 4-9, and there we go. Let's move on to a huge game between Atlanta, the Falcons traveling to Minnesota, the Cousins revenge game. And Cousins has not been playing well in his last few games. The Falcons have lost 3 in a row. Cousins has thrown 13 interceptions. Not good. And he's thrown 13 interceptions, and the Vikings defense leads the National Football League with 18 interceptions. So that defense is going to be a torture chamber for the Atlanta Falcons, who really need to win this game. They don't want to drop to 6-7 because the Buccaneers, their division rival, has an easy game. So Cousins is going to be motivated. He's going to have a bounce-back game. He's going to do enough to keep them from going to Penix, I think, in the next game. So he's going to keep his job. And I don't think they're going to go to Penix until they're like mathematically eliminated. Now, if Cousins has an awful game here, they might make the move next week. But I think he's going to play pretty well, even with that defense. And it's going to be something like a 31-20, 31-7. I'll say 31-17 Minnesota win. Minnesota's not going away, folks. Right now they are not only in the hunt for that division. As crazy as it sounds, they're hunting out a 12-1 Lions team, but they also have their sneaky hopes at a number 1 seed alive. So they have a lot to play for here. Minnesota, I got to take the Vikings here to win. Next game is Carolina at Philadelphia. This is a bye week for the Eagles. They're a juggernaut, and they're going to win this game easily. All right. What's the next game? Did I miss a game here? All right. Here we go, boys. The next one is an easy one. I mentioned this just now. It's the Raiders at Tampa Bay. So, Raiders playing at Tampa Bay. This is a Super Bowl 37 rematch. Bill Callahan versus John Gruden. Rich Gannon versus one of the worst QB matchups in Super Bowl history. Brad Johnson versus Rich Gannon. You know, Gannon was MVP that year. So, and this is going to be not a game that the Buccaneers can blow. So I think the Buccaneers will, get those goofy cannons going, and they're going to win this game, get that running game going. Tampa Bay goes to 7-6, and then I'm going to check and see who they got after that. All right, so after that, the Buccaneers have Chargers on the road, tough one. Cowboys on the road. Hang on. Yeah, you couldn't justify that. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's coming from there. Hang on, Duck. I'm on the phone. Right. Didn't mean to do that, huh? Hang on, Duck. So after the Raiders game, they have the Chargers on the road, Tucky Cowboys on the road, and then at home against Carolina, and then home against the Saints. So, Buccaneers might have a path there to win the NFC South, but all right. We have next up. We have the 405. There's one 405 game, and that is a important NFC West matchup. Seattle at Arizona. So the Seattle 7-5, Arizona 6-6. The NFC West is at stake. There was a low-scoring affair between these two teams 2 weeks ago, and gosh, you know what? The Seahawks are a little lucky to be on this 2-game winning streak. They were down 14-0 last week to the Jets, and they had to have a 69-yard interception return for a touchdown to get back in it. The Cardinals' pass rush is getting much better. I think they're going to force Geno to make some bad throws in this game, and he's going to commit a turnover. And the Cardinals' red zone offense is bizarre. Their red zone offense on the road is dead last in the NFL. At home, it's number one in the NFL. They're averaging 24.2 points a game at home. I got to go with the Cardinals to win this game and to make it 7-6 as they await the Rams game. Oh, that'll be going on at the same time. So the Rams a little later, 4:25. So the Rams at 6-6. All right, two 4:25 games. One is the Jay Weed's Bears at Jay Castleton's 49ers. The Bears here have a chance to deliver a knockout blow to the defending NFC champion 49ers. This could be the kill shot to the reigning NFC champs, and I got the Niners getting the win. I think they're going to beat the Bears at home. Jackass Jay, it's not over, buddy. It's not over. 49ers can 6-7, and they'll still have their hopes alive for the NFC West crown. So if the 49ers can win this game, which I think they will win, they will have a tough NFC West matchup next week at home against the Rams, who could be fighting for their life if they lose to Buffalo. They got the Dolphins on the road, and then they got the Lions and the Cardinals. All right, so it's a tough haul for the 49ers, especially just the fact that they're 5-7 at this point. They need to just do a lot. They have no room for error. Buffalo at the Rams is the next game. So this is going to be Buffalo's got Detroit next week. So Buffalo cannot choke away this game. They cannot look past the Rams here. Okay. Josh Allen has been a freak show in his 2 games versus McVay's Rams. 2 matchups. He's been incredible in those games. And Greg Rousseau, the defensive end for the Bills, is going to be. This is a big matchup here for him to get pressure on Stafford. I think he's going to show up big in this game. James Cook is also another important player for the Bills in this game. The Rams jacked home runs remember that NFL draft party back in April? That was awesome. The Rams jacked home runs with their first 2 picks, with Jared Verse, the defensive end, and then Fisk, the defensive tackle. I think he was an excellent pick. Combined, they have like 15.5 sacks. 2 rookies in that defensive line. This is going to be a stout defensive line for years to come. This is the year after Aaron Donald retired, and they're already like building and making it really to like build the future. You can really build a future with a defensive line like that. They did a hell of a job with scouting out that talent and making the right picks there. This is going to be. I talk about how great that line is, but for the defensive line for the Rams, but the Bills' offensive line is playing as well as they've played during the McDermott era. So I love that matchup. It's going to be that of those 2 lines. It's one you really want to focus on during this game, and I like the Bills kind of neutralizing the Rams' defensive line, their pass rush. And even if they get some pass rush, Allen's just got that escaping ability, and he just makes life miserable for defenses. Got to go with the Bills here. They've got to win this game. They keep looking up, and they're like, how the hell are we not number 1 seed after all we've done? Like 7 straight wins and only 2 losses, and the Chiefs are still there. That's the Sunday night game. Okay? That is the Sunday. No. Yes, that is the Sunday night game. Chargers at Chiefs. The Chiefs with just 1 loss, one of the 2 1-loss teams in the NFL. The other one is of course the Lions. So a big AFC West matchup here. Chargers at Kansas City. Huge problem. We have a huge problem the other day at the Chiefs facility. It was like March 2020, COVID all over again, where they still have it, a major toilet paper shortage in the Chiefs facility, especially in the bathroom near Andy Reid's office. Now, I bragged about using the bathroom on the President's floor 3, the President's Hall, using that bathroom at Wake Forest over a decade ago when I was at that camp, the kids' camp. I was a chaperone there, and I used the President's bathroom there. But nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to use the bathroom that Andy Reid uses, okay? Look at it. All right, so they're having a major shortage right now in that facility with no toilet paper available. It is not a good situation, but a blessing from above, like manna from heaven. The Chargers are coming to town, to Arrowhead, and there you go. The problem is going to be solved when they arrive. Okay, no one wants to use that crapper in Reed's office, but there's no toilet paper left. But the Chargers have arrived, and Reed will be so happy to see him there, so he can wipe his backside with the Chargers like he always does. I'm taking the Chiefs to win this game and stay on pace or one game ahead of the Buffalo Bills. All right, Monday night. I've been waiting all day for toilet paper. All right, so Monday night, Cincinnati at Dallas. This is a life support game for both teams. The defensive line has failed the defense has failed the Bengals all season. Don't be fooled by Dallas's 2-game winning streak. They're a horrific team on both sides of the ball. They just don't have the firepower to keep up with the Bengals' red-hot offense. Joe Burrow is probably the best quarterback in the NFL this season, and Jamar Chase is leading the NFL in yards. I think they're going to light it up in Dallas, and it could be a close game, a high-scoring game, because Rush should be able to move the ball against this poor Bengals defense. I'm going to go with Cincinnati to win this game. I know I picked against Dallas last week and got burned, but I think this is going to be the Dallas out of the playoffs after this game. Kari Thaggood, free jack balls, Big Rich. It's over after this game. Niners win the Monday Nighter. And then the bye weeks. All right, so we got 6 teams on bye this week. We got the Ravens, Broncos, Texans, Colts, Commanders, and Patriots, all on bye. So after this week, we're going to have it's all going to be evened out. So everyone will have played the exact amount of games, 13 games, okay? So you're not going to have these like weird, skewed records where one team has played one more. So it's all going to be even, and it's going to be incredible to come down to the 4 final games of the 2024 season. See what the standings are. See who's still alive. It's going to be an amazing thing to watch. So I hope you guys enjoy the games today. Do enjoy having your week off. And all right, I'll see you guys for the next video of Peter's predictions. Hope you enjoyed this one. This year we did predictions at Rio. We did at the beach area. We did it in the woods while hunting. We did where else do we do it? Bear Scott Stadium. So all right. See you guys for the next video, and all right, thanks for watching. I hope you will make a wish for your team, throw a coin in a fountain. Good luck to you all. All right, Peters is out.